So welcome to video number 3. Today we're going to talk about hope in order to understand that really you have more power than you think when it comes to the social media. Let's talk about filtering. No, not my mouth, but other things that are available for you online. Trying not to date myself, but when I started this in 2008, social media wasn't even a thing. So it developed later on after I started. And so one of the successes that I have for the Crochet Crowd is that I learned how to reach out to people before social media tools became an option. So it's one of those things that I keep in my back pocket as knowledge that I have. The thing about it is that when I started this, there was no filters at all. So people could say whatever they felt like on the social media commenting, and some of it was pretty wild. And then eventually spam came to be, and spam then overtakes a commenting thread and also posting stuff without your knowledge about it. So there is hope at the end. So even if the negative comments are coming at you, there is a way to be able to filter out these comments. And for some Americans, I find primarily they feel like their First Amendment rights of free speech is being taken away by the filters. But when you consider that your social space is about something and somebody's commenting on something completely different just to create a fight within your social community, you want to be able to protect that community as much as you can. So an element that I learned early on is that I need the community to do this, like as far as the settings, but it's not available. And sometimes those key elements are there, you just don't know what to look for. You don't know the words to pound into a search engine. The search engine, my friend, is your best friend. So in the social media platforms, most of them have filters to be able to protect your community from people that are trying to overtake your community. I'll give you some examples. So let's talk filters. Facebook pages, Facebook groups, Twitter, and also YouTube. And I'm not sure about TikTok or Instagram, but I'm sure there's something because it seems like this is a common thing. Has filters in place for you to be able to put in keywords that you know causes a fight. For example, I'm Canadian, and so we will have maybe a Canadian politician's name as one of the key filter words so that if people try to use it, it automatically will not go into the community. Now, the person that posted it thinks that it does. They can see it's there, but in actual fact, it's hidden to the rest of the community. It's a way of protecting your community from topics that really have nothing to do with what you're doing. Now, if you're going to be maybe a political influencer, you may not want to do stuff like that because you are going to want that interaction. But on certain things like us, I don't need that. So you can understand what causes people to fight and watch their words. The biggest issue that we currently have going on in 2023, which has been years of it, is porn. To put it bluntly, you gotta watch your commenting and you gotta watch it in the way that it's coming in. So spam has a way of putting itself into a comment thread, and then spam will then respond to itself, and then you can see other people responding to it, and it's all spam, all talking, because what they're hoping to do is get an unsuspected person think that this is real and they want to get in on what they're offering. Ultimately, it is the responsibility of the individual to watch their own money and what they get themselves involved with online, but it is really a shitty way of spam to be able to ruin somebody's life. What we do, Wendy and I primarily, is that we look at the keywords of what that spam use, words like cryptocurrency, money, I'm looking for fundraising. The certain words that people are looking to be able to get money out of people, we have as a trigger word so that in YouTube, those comments will never ever go to the public. Do you think that's fair? Probably not, but that's okay. It's our community and we have to do some due diligence to protect that as well. If you don't protect your community with the commenting and the filtering, your literally community can be overrun to the point where the trust in your community is gone. So porn is a huge deal on YouTube, and I think we do a damn good job in being able to stop that. People say, I never see it at all. Well, you're welcome. Facebook pages itself, which is what we have gone back to after we closed our Facebook Stitch social group, is that one also has trigger words. So if somebody uses a word that we don't like, that will cause people to fight or will cause something in the spam or the porn, those comments look like to that person that they're sitting in our community, that everybody's looking at it, but in actual fact, it's being hidden. The problem with the Facebook such social group is that it has triggers, so it never took out anybody's commenting, so it always stayed public. The problem is that it would tell you as a moderator, somebody just said this word, this word, this word, this word, and it was all day. Ding, 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 ding. And so it would not take it out. So then you have to either let it go or you have to respond. And it just gets to the point where it is crazy town being able to keep up with that. So not being able to take that out, because I think that in Facebook, some people just don't belong to have their comment sitting there to the public. Some people are very, very specific about their medical needs and asking for money and stuff. So in the Facebook groups itself, you can't take out those people without actually removing their comment. And once they notice their comment is gone, all hell breaks loose. Where on the Facebook page itself is that their comment can appear there, at least to them, but it's like hidden to the rest of us. So you have to understand is that even though I talk about the negative impact of your commenting and stuff that you can receive, you do have the power, and you can take back your power by using the filters. So I think if you understand that, just go on Google and just like type in filters. My personal Facebook page has what is called as Facebook Purity. It's only available on the desktop. And certain words that in the social media posts that people will mention are literally invisible to me. So for example, if I have a friend that wants to talk politics all the time, I put in a politician's name. So if they ever drop their name into a commenting thread, I will never see it on my news feed. And you're thinking, well, okay, that's kind of like the easy way out. If you know it's a personal trigger that will upset you, it's a great way to be able to filter that out. That's also available on Twitter. So it's not just blocking that person, but that person might be a really fun person but likes to talk about stuff that you don't really want to hear about. You can enter those words in there so that if they ever use them, then it becomes those items. So you just have to look at to what people are saying, and also you can click unfollow too to be able to still be their friend, but just not get their stuff on your newsfeed as well. So you do have the power, and I do recommend that you spend time to set up your filters and let your community start off, and you're going to notice it right away. And then you can get your community off to a good start and also understand how to use and add and subtract to your filters. We're always adjusting our filters because spam has always got a way of working itself out to be able to weasel its way around. And one of the issues that I've learned is that a lot of stuff in the YouTube system gets overlooked by spam because spam has a way of getting into their system without YouTube noticing it's there. And so it's getting smarter and smarter and smarter, but it will always somehow trick the system. So it's up to you to have your own filters in order to stop that from actually appearing on your stuff. You have the power, and on to your next video right now.